Alright guys, today we're going to make a 1-point perspective aquarium. So here's an example I've been working on. So it's like a hallway that's filled with glass on every side, and we're going to try to work on showing depth in our work, and I'm going to do a demonstration here how to get started. Step 1, you're going to take your paper, you're going to make sure that it is landscape mode so it's wide. You're going to take your longer ruler, so this is an 18-inch ruler, and you're going to go across, and we're going to create a large X. So you line up the corners here, press it down, and you're going to go ahead and create a line across. I'm going to go a couple times here, get a little bit darker for mine. You can go a little lighter, that's fine, but I go darker just because it's easier for you guys to see it on the screen. And then you come over to the other one, and you'll go ahead and make a large X there. Okay? A little tip there, make sure you hold it down really good so your ruler doesn't slide out from you. Okay? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create lines that come out from the side here. So we're going to do a little measuring. First of all, you're going to take 0. We're going to use the inches. So make sure you have the numbers that it goes from 0 to 18, that side. You're going to line up 0 right in the middle. And we're going to start off by putting a dot at the 1-inch mark on the right side here. Okay. We're going to move over now, keep it where it is, and we're going to go a little dot at 2.5. So 2.5 is between the 2 and the 3, and then we're also going to go between the 4 and the 5 at 4.5. Okay. Now I'm going to flip my paper to the other side. This makes it a lot easier, so you can just keep it your ruler where it is, but we're going to do the other side. So you go 0 here. We're going to go 1, 2.5, 4.5. Okay? I'm going to turn it back to where it was. And I'm going to do vertical lines now. So the vertical lines are going to line up right where that dot is. And I'm going to try to keep my ruler straight up and down. So it's going to be parallel. It's the same way. It's going in the same direction here and here. So make sure it's not going at an angle. It's straight up and down. And you're going to draw a line from the top to the bottom over here. Move it over. And then also this one right here. Okay. We're also going to do the other side. Now, off of the distance, I like to do this. I like to put a couple more lines in here. So way off in the distance, just come in just a little bit, and I'm going to do, just draw them by hand, a couple more vertical lines there. That makes it look like it's going even on. So we're going to do these arches that go over top, and we're going to connect them. What I like to do is I like to turn my paper, and I like to practice a little bit before I do it. I guess we could start on the smaller one here. So we're just going to draw lightly, and then once you got it looking good, then go over it a little bit darker. Same thing here. Try to get that nice arch in it. Practice a few times, go lightly, and then once you got it, feel like you got it, then you just go ahead and darken it up there. Now this top one up here will run off the paper, so we're just going to kind of pretend like it goes off right there and over there, and then darken it up. Let's see what we got. All right, kind of like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure a little bit more, and we're going to measure with 2 inches now. So if we put the ruler down below here, line up 0 right over here on the bottom left-hand corner, and we're going to go 2 inches. We're going to put a little dot. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. We're going to connect that dot to the center now on each one. So we go like this. You can start to see the floor now, but we want to put in horizontal lines now to make it look a little bit more realistic and give it a tile effect. So to do this, I like to start towards a little bit further away, so kind of towards that dot, the vanishing point, and I'm going to start off just past these two little lines here. Make sure that you keep it parallel with the bottom and the tops of your paper. So I'm going to do about, either you can do like 5, 6, or 7 of these lines works well. So I'm going to move it down a little bit, and I'm going to keep doing that. So I'm going to kind of spread it out. When it's further away, they're going to be closer together. As you get closer to the bottom, you can start spreading them out just a little bit more. So that was 1, 2, 3. Here's my 4th one. Now I'm going to come up here. 5th one. I think I could probably fit one more right there. That's 6 right here. I think that would be a good amount. So again, like 5, 6, or 7 looks good, and that's 6 right there. The last thing for today, what we're going to do is we're going to start to add a little bit of the Sharpie marker there. So I've got some Sharpie markers that I'm going to show you kind of how to go over. You just want to go on top of it nice and evenly, just to make it a little bit thicker so you can see it. And then also, you're going to start adding in some tone at the bottom. So on this one you can see I added little X's. So I'm going to do a little bit of coloring in each one of these areas where there's an X. So it's a checkered pattern. So to do that, I just put an X in every other one. So X here, leave it alone, X, X, and then the next row I do the other way. So I start it here, here, and here. And that will just help me keep track of it as I'm coloring it so I don't mess up with the pattern, because that would throw it all off. All right, guys, can't wait to see how you turn out today with your work.